Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. City Skylines, new map. I'm going to show you my compatibility report. These are all the mods that I'm using, and every single one of them is compatible. No issues. You can pause it or whatever you want to do. I'm just showing you what I'm using. I should have done that with the previous islands, but it also said at the top to never exit the game to the main menu. I don't know why that is, but I know I've done that a couple times. I go out of the game, I save it, and then I go, instead of exiting the game, I go to the main menu so that I can, I don't know, like check my mods and my assets and stuff. It says to never do that. This is the map I chose. Another vanilla one. I don't think this is even with any of the DLC. So this is just showing you everything that I have. Lots of tuna and shellfish. Not many anchovies. A little bit of salmon along the shore. But all of this changes. I had some changes to make, but it's a very vanilla map. No exciting features. I wanted a map that had less than 4 entryways, but I wasn't too pleased with the amount of this stuff. Resources. And even this map doesn't have too many, but it was enough. So this is why I chose the map. But things that I learned. Apparently, if you are in the middle of a city, like making a city, and there is a massive update like the one we had, it will mess up your game. Especially if you're using mods and those mods become obsolete. And that could have been part of my problem. But I recall having the same issue prior to that update with our, not the one we just finished, the Blackwoods, the one before that. And I've been practicing this word, Azure Gulf. The bus snapping issue occurred then too. So I'm still confused about that. This is 81 tiles instead of 25. Although, I believe Overcharged Egg is using the 25 tiles mod for his Orchid Bay videos. And he doesn't seem to be having any issues. So I'm absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified to do this again. But I have to. I even thought about, well, should I start playing some other games? And I'm really not that interested at the moment. Sometimes I get the urge to go back to Sims 4 and just build, which is what I really like doing, building houses. But even that, the urge to do it goes away as quickly as it came to me. So lots of high banks on this one. And this is a temperate map. It's not an island. I'm not a huge fan of island maps because you're limited with your trees and other props. So I spent a whole lot of time working on this. The last time I had an issue with the forest brush. It kept telling me I had reached my tree limit even though I had removed like whole swathes of trees from one area. And then I'd go to sweep a couple around a building and it would say, no, you can't do that anymore. And it's like, what? So yeah, I'm double checking these, even though of course they're going to be green. There's nothing going on. I am just so afraid that the minute I start my very first bus route, everything's going to go haywire. So what I did, well, you'll see that in upcoming videos. I plunked down a passenger rail and a cargo rail kind of just to get an idea of where I wanted them, but also to see if it would have any effect on these green arrows. It hasn't so far. But man, oh man, am I afraid. I am so afraid to start this city and have it all just fall apart on me within days. And not knowing why. That's the most frustrating part. I wish I knew why things keep breaking. Especially when they say that everything I'm using is okay. Everything works. Everything should be fine. So what I'm not going to do is add anything in this build. That was one of the suggestions. It's not a good idea to add mods mid-game. I don't know why. But I guess if one might be incompatible with another, that would cause issues. But I never had incompatibility issues. So I still don't know what keeps breaking my bus and metro lines. And I just hope that it's not going to occur this time. Because I did the same thing. I removed every single asset and mod that I had from the game. I cleaned up all the files. I deleted all of my saves. I uninstalled the game from Steam. I shut the computer down. I restarted the computer. I cleaned it up again. And that's just with the Omen cleaner thing. You click on it and it gets rid of all the excess files. And then I reinstalled the game. I went into the workshop and I got the essential life mods that you just really need to have the game work nicely. And I looked at the 81 tiles mod and it's far more stable than it ever was. So I thought I would give it a shot, just so that I could get to those outside connections in case something does go wrong. I did check the nodes and they seem at a good enough distance. And here I'm just checking to see where the shipping channel would go or the cargo boats. And I have the space, but the borders, the land borders are way too high. It's one of those yucky, ugly early days maps that they didn't do a very good job on. So that corner there on, well, you can't quite see it, but it's on our right. It has farm, forestry, ore, and oil. There's a ton of oil on this map and not very much ore. Lots of farming, and of course you can create your own forestry. So I chose that bottom right corner there. I guess that's where we will put our, what are they called? Industries? DLC industries? Or oil farming and forestry? And then fishing, I haven't really decided on where I want to do that. But in the last series, even my fishing didn't work. Nobody was connected. The police weren't responding. The fire wasn't responding. Death care wasn't responding. Ambulances weren't responding. The only thing that was really going in and out was my cargo ships and the cargo trains. I've never really had any issues with those. But everybody else. So yeah, we've got some yucky looking expressway interchanges and bridges, and I'm not a fan of having a main road cut right through a body of land. So I do move things, get them out of the way. And I do try to save as many of these cute little features as I can, but this map has those old war trenches dotted throughout. I think I have one little castle piece somewhere. It's a little difficult at this moment, you know, where do I want to start everything? Where do I want to put everything? What I really want to do is get in here first and rework the roads and try to smooth some of that land. I do like the fact that I have like a few little bumps in the river that make it look like I have waterfall. But that road cutting right through the center of the land on both sides, it kind of drives me nuts. I'd rather it was closer to the river, and then that would give you a lot more land to work with. And even though I am using the 81 tiles mod, I doubt highly that I will be able to fill this entire map. And even if I did want to, I don't think my computer would let me. I don't know that I have a strong enough. Is it the motherboard that carries all this load? I do have the RAM. I just don't think the hard drive would be able to. The computer would be gunning too often, and that makes me very nervous. So that's my idea for the roads. I know it looks horrible. It's just an idea for the roads and the rail, though. But I appreciate the fact that you returned for my latest attempt. I hope you liked this, so like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have an absolutely fabulous day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.